The general plan of blood circulation in our body is shown in the figure. Blood flows twice in the heart to complete one full round. The short pulmonary circulation and the long systemic circulation. The flow of blood from heart to lungs and back is called pulmonary circulation. The deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle flows through the pulmonary artery and then through the capillary network found in the lungs. It exchanges carbon dioxide with oxygen by diffusion and returns through the pulmonary vein as oxygenated blood. The flow of blood from the heart to the rest of the body is called systemic circulation. Oxygenated blood from the left ventricle flows through the aorta into the arteries. The arteries take the blood to the various body parts and their tissues. It exchanges oxygen and carbon dioxide by diffusion, becomes deoxygenated and returns to the heart through the veins and vena cava. Through this circulation, the body cells get the oxygen necessary for life activities. Double circulation is an efficient transport mechanism. It keeps the oxygenated blood separate from the deoxygenated blood. No more. Coronary circulation. Even though the heart is filled with blood, it cannot make use of the oxygen and food directly from the blood. The coronary circulatory system provides blood supply to the heart. As it provides oxygenated blood to the heart, it is by definition a part of the systemic circulatory system. Systemic circulation is distance-wise much longer than pulmonary circulation, transporting blood to every part of the body. That is why the wall of the left ventricle is thicker than the wall of the right ventricle. Its contractions must be more powerful to pump the blood through a greater distance. In general, all the arteries carry oxygenated blood and all veins carry deoxygenated blood. Care of the heart. How can one keep the heart in a good condition? Eat a healthy diet, avoid junk food, exercise every day, do not smoke, and go for health checkups if you are past the age of 30. Once in 6 months recommended. Can yoga prevent heart ailments? Yoga and meditation help. What are the basic rules for a layman to take care of his heart? 1. Diet. Less of carbohydrate, more of protein, less oil. 2. Exercise. Half an hour's walk at least 5 days a week. 3. Quit smoking. 4. Control weight. 5. Control blood pressure and sugar. Defects in the valves. When there is an abnormal narrowing of the valves in the heart, it has to work hard to pump blood through the narrow valves. This defect results in heart failure. See, on the left hand side you can see normal artery, and on the right hand side you can see a narrow artery. Enlargement of heart chambers. Cardiac enlargement refers to an increase in the size of the heart. There are two types of cardiac enlargement: hypertrophy and dilation. You can see the normal heart in the left side, right ventricular hypertrophy in the middle, dilated cardiomyopathy in the right hand side. Hypertrophy involves an increase in the thickness of the heart muscle. Dilation involves an increase in the size of the inside cavity of a chamber of the heart. In most cases, cardiac enlargement is abnormal and accompanied by additional cardiovascular problems. This is a congenital defect coming at birth. An opening or hole in the septum allows blood from the left of the heart to move to the right. This means that oxygen-rich blood can mix with oxygen-poor blood. As a result, some oxygen-rich blood is pumped to the lungs instead of out to the body. This results in fatigue and increased respiratory infections. It inhibits growth in children. Heart disease. It is a congenital heart defect. Abnormalities of the heart cause a reduction in blood oxygen. This defect can be corrected by surgery. Heart attack and heart failures. Sometimes there is an obstruction in the coronary artery, so the tissues of the heart do not get sufficient blood, resulting in a heart attack. It can be corrected using bypass surgery or angioplasty. As a person grows older, the smaller arteries get less elastic. There is less space in them for blood to flow. The heart has to work harder, which may lead to a heart attack. Capillaries. Blood carries many different things to the cells, including oxygen. Blood also picks up carbon dioxide as it can be exhaled, proteins, glucose. Lymph. White blood cells eliminate bacteria, viruses, and other foreign materials. Capillaries. Capillaries flow past cells but do not actually connect to them. What happens is that the clear watery blood plasma called lymph containing the oxygen, proteins, glucose and white blood cells leaks out through the capillary walls and flows around all the cells. The pores in the capillaries are too small to let red blood cells through. That is why lymph is clear rather than red. All of the cells in your body are therefore bathed in lymph and they receive their nutrients and oxygen from the lymph. The lymph capillaries and vessels pick up the lymph fluid. The lymph then travels to at least one lymph node before emptying ultimately into the superior or inferior vena cava veins, where it mixes back with blood. Lymph returns protein and excess fluid to the circulation. Lymph picks up bacteria and brings them to lymph nodes to be destroyed.